We have a duty to fulfill.
Another step toward victory.
Put me in there and watch our enemies fly!
The fight starts now.
Imperial forces, attack!
Yeah, we can win this! There's not a question. Leave this to me.
Here I go. No, they must learn who they're up against.
So...
Sure. It's no use. We can't gain any ground. Yeah, right.
This'll be amazing!
I gotta fall back. Not a problem.
Let us begin.
So... what should I be doing again?
I am your man.
Knowing when to retreat is a vital strategy.
That was easy.
I'm all right.
Watch this!
Wounds are There's not a question of can. Only a... Leave this to me.
Here I go. No mistakes. They...
Fear, take a breather. I have to fall back. You may continue to rely on him.
About time!
Looks like that's it for us. How does that please you?
I'm all right.
We can ill afford defeat here. We can ill afford defeat here.
There's not a question of can. Only...
We'll give it a shot.
Someone wants to die!
It's over!
My turn.
All would be lost if I were to die here.
The results speak for themselves.
You are a boon to our spirits.
Not quite. Tastes more bitter than black as coffee. Success was to be expected.
Yeah, not bad. This power...
Can you believe this, Gwendol? We've waited what feels like decades, and still no Imperial army. What is the Emperor thinking? She promised to protect us.
Calm yourself, my lord. They will come. We've received reports of a large army forming to the south of Aryan Road. They will scatter this siege to the wind. I have no doubt of that.
They had better. It's her promises that swayed me into betraying the kingdom in the first place. I didn't do this just so my lands could be leveled by the King of Fargus' fiery wrath.
The Silver Maiden will keep us safe. She yields to no invader.
Viscount Elidor and Count Duval have both sent messages, imploring me to surrender for the sake of my people. Yes, perhaps it's not too late. I can lure the Imperial army in and kill them, then beg the king for mercy.
My lord.
Lenato, you fool. Your rashness is to blame for all of this.
This is no time to go soft, my lord. Turning our coats a second time would be abominable. One betrayal can be explained away with the right sort of excuse, but a second? A second paints the lot of us as feckless curs.
Ugh. Then what would you have me do? Gwendol, you tell me!
Command it, my lord, and I will gladly go to my grave. You, however, must not. Yet unless you have fought life and limb for your people, you cannot surrender with honor intact. Anything less would earn you the people's scorn, just as it did your ancestors.
Ha! Ha ha ha! Yes, of course. It certainly would not do to forget that roe blood is stained with treachery. Well, so be it. A weather vane must go with the wind, and a born traitor must finish the sedition he started.
Wise words, my lord. Your people will thank you for this course of action.
This isn't good. It seems the fortress gates have been partially breached. The kingdom's soldiers are pouring into Aryan Road.
Does that make us right on time, or a bit too late? Dimitri is no ordinary king if he managed to pry a citadel like this apart. I assume our soldiers stand ready?
We go on your command. If we dally too long, some of our officers and troops are likely to surrender to the enemy. That includes Count Rowe, who has a most notorious sense of self-preservation. Yeah, him and every other noble.
Come now, that is simply not true. Why, take me, for example. I am the perfect embodiment of what every noble should aspire to be.
You can tell us all about it later, Ferdinand. Everyone, move out!
courage, everyone. Aryan Road is nearly ours. Keep pressing until we claim the main hall.
The King's army is true to its reputation. Even I can only stall for so much time.
They're closing in on the main hall. We must help them, and quickly. We must reach the main hall before Count Rowe is put in peril.
Count Rowe. Values his life above all else. If they get a blade to his throat, the man will betray us in a heartbeat. The main gates are closed. We could circle around from the left or right, but
The ground along those routes is filled with traps. We'll have to do this the smart way and use the gates.
devices on the walls to the east and west will allow us to open the main gate.
Spikes just came out of the ground! Everyone, stay away from the pointy bits!
There's not a question of can. Leave this to me.
Here I go. No mistakes. They must be amazing.
I am your man.
We'll never get anywhere with that device until we deal with the soldiers around it.
I'm bringing it down.
I will capture this stronghold.
Watch this!
This place is a serious pain. Looking at the route to the main hall just be a straight line.
Never!
The main gates are open. What now?
I'll hold the area around the gates, Your Majesty. You keep going.
We can do this, Randolph. None will get past us.
You call that fighting?
Take a breather.
The Great Lion has only begun to roar!
The enemy controls the central gates as well. How aggravating. This is clearly going to be a multi-step process. First, we must use devices within the fortress to gain access to the walls, where we will find the devices that will open the central gates.
So you're saying we should start by using the two devices in front of the central gates?
Why does this have to be so complicated?
Maybe they call her the Silver Maiden because our hair will be gray by the time we finish this.
So... I'll take this place down before you have time to strap your armor on.
Not a problem.
This'll be amazing!
This stronghold will fall! No, not yet!
This is where I die. Very well. I stand ready for what comes.
Time slips away from us. Move faster! I can still fight!
Someone wants to die! It's over! So, what should I be doing? Sure, let's try it.
My turn!
About time!
My turn!
My last battle was a fine one. I thank you for the opportunity, Your Majesty.
It is not too late to swear fealty. I've no desire to take unnecessary lives.
Gwendol, I have decided we fight for the king after all. Help His Majesty drive those Imperial dogs back from whence they came.
Why, my lord? How?
I take no joy in battling old friends, but I have a duty and will see it through.
Could you change sides again after all my caution?
So it's come to this, eh? So be it. Take our remaining soldiers and cut the Imperial dogs down where they stand.
I'm so sorry. All I did was get in the way.
I am your knight to my dying breath, my lord.
I see you've dug your grave. Now you can lie in it.
I'll take levers and switches over more soldiers any day of the week.
Forgive me, Mercedes. I will see you avenged. Personally.
There. Now we can reach the other devices that will open the central gates. There's not a question of can. Leave this to me.
Here I go. No, they must look. We must move on those gates. Time is our enemy.
About time!
Over.
The devices we're looking for are up on the walls to the east and west.
In the name of the king, the Empire must be destroyed! All troops, advance!
Reinforcements have arrived.
Stop them! They can't be allowed to interfere with the rescue.
I'm counting on you, Randolph. Defend those gates with your life.
I will capture this stronghold. I am your man. Try and stop me. I am Ferdinand von Ire.
One is down, one is to go.
Finally.
Watch this!
Now, breach the central gates.
You will go no further. Take your best shot.
The Jew is here. That means Dimitri is too.
I won't give up.
Take this!
It's nothing. I won't get past you. I won't give up.
Out of the way!
It's nothing. It's nothing. Forgive me, Your Majesty.
That takes care of their gatekeeper. We're nearly to the main hall now.
We must pass over those traps if we are to reach the main hall as swiftly as possible. Can they be disarmed?
I think there are more devices we can disable at the far ends of the east and west walls.
Come at me, you Adrestian whelps! Draw what blood you can from the lion!
There's no more frightening a foe than a lion unafraid of death.
My lord may be gone, but my fealty will not perish so easily. Well fought, whelps.
To think you once had a place at our table. Here I go. No mistakes. Such a shame.
If the Count has been struck down, I'll simply crush the enemy by my own hand. Let us make this a clean fight. You must have kept busy to make such strides in 2 short years.
I could say the same for you. Now let's get this over with.
The linchpin of the West. If we don't retake it... Is that it? No. We must retake it. You're mine!
Hope you're ready! Out of the way! I've got you now!
Here I go. Everyone.
We are at a breaking point.
Watch this.
All forces, fall back.
Move, Your Majesty. I will guard your escape.
That will not be necessary to do. Stay with our king and live on.
Swear that you will return to us, Ingrid.
I got this.
I could not bear to lose you.
My way. Not done yet. Bring victory to Fargus, Your Majesty. Is the king safe? Good. Then I've done what I set out to do.
She laid down her life to protect Dimitri and proved loyal to the very end.
Yet sadly, despite our best efforts, Count Rowe and too many others perished. This is most painful indeed.
We must hurry, Your Majesty. The others have already withdrawn.
I know. Forgive me, my friends. It pains me beyond measure to leave you here.
The blame is mine, Your Majesty. I should have taken guard of the rear.
Then I would only be mourning your death instead. The decision was mine, as is the failure. Every death this day rests on my shoulders.
Your Majesty, please.
It should have been me who died.
Please, don't torment yourself. Mercedes fought because she loved our people. She wanted to protect you and them both. Not just her, but... Ingrid chose to be there, and she did so for you. Do not take that from them.
In the name of this magic lance, I swear I will defend Fargus. So rest now. I will return for you when you are avenged.
I must...
This'll help.
What a...
Not that I would.
I'm not.
By your valiant efforts, Aryan Road has held strong. I thank you, one and all.
Ah, I hardly broke a sweat. Those kingdom soldiers were nothing.
Wait, if they were nothing, then why was I having so much trouble?
I thought I was surely off to my death when Count Rowe turned on us.
A fine job of pulling through. Truly, that dumb luck of yours is awe-inspiring.
I can't believe we had to kill Ingrid.
She was a most formidable commander, Dorothea. We had no choice if we hoped to claim victory.
I know that. You think I don't know that?
Right now, we need to discuss our next move. I'm sending the main body of our army back to Enbar. They'll remain in the capital until they recuperate from this latest string of battles, and until we've had time to retool our strategy.
We hold Aryan Road and the Western Church in the west, the Great Bridge of Myrddin to the east, and Garreg Mach between them. We'll treat all three as key positions and endeavor to hold our lines there. After we regroup, we'll determine a proper time to resume our advance.
It vexes me to say this, but I have been short-sighted. We are nowhere near achieving our goals in the Alliance or the Kingdom. My command has been riddled with errors, and for that, I apologize.
Oh? And where exactly is all of this coming from? You usually exude confidence. From where I stand, we have come a great distance with minimal casualties. If time has been lost, we should be easily able to make up for it.
I'm personally happy I had the chance to see Her Majesty's vulnerable side, even if just this once.
Reassuring her with predictable responses, are we? Well, sorry. For once, I'm not sleepy at all.
Nice try. That response still registers way up there on the Lin scale.
I will be using the extra time to make improvements, so I can offer more usefulness in future battles.
I'm lucky to be surrounded by such consistent friends.
How about me? Do I count as consistent?
I can always count on you to be you. And you may take that any way you like.
So, we're finally going back to the capital. Feels like it's been ages. Couldn't come at a better time either. My bones could use the rest after all the battles we've been through.
I wholeheartedly agree. The respite will help us prepare to face the Ashen Demon.
Yeah, about that. I've been giving it some thought, and I don't think we need to obsess over that anymore.
But what about Captain Burling and your old allies? The ones who were brutally slaughtered, remember? You said avenging them was your dream. And think about how much hardship the Ashen Demon has put you through since you joined the Empire.
Don't get me wrong, I'd still love to prove I'm the better fighter. But imagine if we got someone like that on our side. We'd be unstoppable. It's time for me to put my wants aside and put an end to this war. for my friends. Unless you think that's a mistake. The Ashen Demon's mercenaries have fought for both the Kingdom and the Alliance. They don't have a cause, and they don't care who comes out on top in the end. It's all about who can toss them the most coin. And now that the dust has settled a bit, we've got a chance to lure them over ourselves.
And here I thought you were intelligent. Think about it. Their allegiances have changed, yes, but no matter their client, they've always been fighting the Empire. Why would they join us now? For that matter, what makes you think our soldiers would want to fight alongside a person who's murdered hundreds of their comrades?
Well, yeah, all right. Fair point.
I'm glad you understand.
Hey, Arval?
Yes?
Why is it so important to you that the demon dies?
Because I care about you, of course. I mean, I think that's the reason.
Arval, out with it.
I suppose it just feels like our destiny. Like it's something we're meant to do.
Scarlet blaze. Unrest in Enbar. Despite successfully defending Aryan Road, Edelgard concludes it is no longer possible for her to hold the eastern and western lines at the same time, and pauses to explore solutions. Almost as if trading places, she sends Count Bergliez to the Kingdom front and returns her own forces to the imperial capital of Enbar.
Okay, I get that this little chat needs to be a secret, but if we get any deeper into the woods, someone's gonna be looking for our corpses. One can never be too safe. We do not know where our enemy lurks these days. Right. Now, as you know, our enemy has gone into hiding. But considering what they are capable of, we cannot relax our guard, particularly at the capital. The streets of Enbar practically teemed with them at one time. So we cannot rule out the possibility they will attempt some mischief when Her Majesty and the rest of us return. And what's that got to do with me again? You want me to stop them somehow? I have a request, yes, and a warning. I believe that if those who slither in the dark do try something, they will attempt to approach you. Me? Yes, you. As we have previously discussed, your powers and theirs have the same origins. It stands to reason they might try to recruit you. Sure, but they'd be wasting their time. There's no way I'm gonna help those monsters. And what if they appear as your long-lost brother? Same hair, same eyes, a voice full of kindness. Maybe they are your family, maybe they are not. Could you really drive a sword through their heart with that knowledge yet uncertain? Forgive me. That was cruel. I am merely voicing one possibility among many. Still, now you will know to expect it. It behooves you to remember how harsh reality can actually be.
Time to work you into shape.
I'm up. This.
What a...
This.
Time to work you. With proper training, you'll be unstoppable. Hunger is the true enemy.
Solid.
Oh, this looks...
This is...
Come back whenever you're hungry. Hunger is the true enemy.
Solid. No.
Come back whenever you're hungry. Hunger is the true enemy.
Hey.
Like...
Come back whenever you're hungry. Hunger is the true enemy.
Yeah.
For me?
Oh, yes. This is definitely one of the foods I love.
Come back whenever you're hungry.
I'm glad we have returned to Enbar. It's far warmer than the kingdom, for one. How are you doing, Your Majesty? I hope you've been getting some rest at least. It seems you never stop working unless someone physically pulls you away from it.
I've been getting more rest than Hubert, at least. We're here in the gardens, chatting, are we not?
Fair enough. And so I'm clear, even a sliver of your time is a blessing beyond all measure. Though I suggest you find a better point of comparison than Hubert for how hard you work.
This is the part where you nobles all crowd around a table slurping on tea, right? Seems like a good enough way to unwind a bit.
Tea? I wouldn't mind were it just myself and Her Majesty, but... What's happening in the throne room?
Hubert, what's wrong?
Intruders in the palace, Your Majesty. They entered through one of the secret passages, and are even now attempting to hunt you down. I sent soldiers to intercept them, but we should be prepared for anything.
Do you think it's those who slither in the dark?
I know not. But they could not have breached that passage without assistance from the inside. Though there are only a few who know of that passage, and would be capable of acting as a guide. Your Majesty, might you kindly step this way?
Hubert, do you really think he would do that?
grave intruder!
You simpleton! Were you trying to annihilate me as well? Thanks to you, the assassin made their escape!
As though one of your paltry skill would have caught such elusive prey in the first place. What matters now is that we give pursuit. All trespassers must be felled without mercy.
That was Shamir, which means the attackers.
They must be the Knights of Saros' assassins. We must protect Her Majesty with everything we have.
Stop the enemy incursion! Seal off those entry points before reinforcements arrive!
It's Bernie's time to shine! Sure hope this goes okay. I will gladly handle this. Orders received.
Begin. The Sky Spirit watches over me.
There's not a question of can. Leave this to me!
Lady Edelgard, I must ask that you remain in the throne room where it will be easier to defend you and predict enemy movements. And as your protection will require my full attention, I will remain here at your side.
Are you sure? Let us bring this stronghold down efficiently.
I will capture this stronghold.
It's careless to be allowing assassins inside. We must exterminate them with much haste.
Peace, good intruder. I assure you, I'm no fighter.
Says the wolf in sheep's clothes. Sure, whatever. Where's the Emperor?
Good. Just a little more and we'll retake this section of the palace.
This'll be a...
We were holed up nice and safe until they came barging in. Leave this one to me. That's my cue. It's Bernie's time to shine! Sure hope... Wait, me?
You're not my target, which means you're wasting my time. I can't waste another minute.
Not today!
Slippery creature. Let's stay on guard.
Over here! More intruders!
Oh, if I must. Leave this to me.
So, what should I be doing again? Sure, let's try it.
Begin.
The palace still teems with enemies. Crush them all!
Is there even one room I can be alone?
Though I am reluctant to do this, I can see no other choice.
Let's do this! The enemy's stronghold will be ours.
You like that? I'll take this place down before you have time to strap your armor on.
I can still fight.
The enemy is trying to seize the fire orbs.
Take a breather.
If they succeed, they'll be able to target Her Majesty. And you can't let that happen. It's Birdie's time to shine!
I'll tear you apart!
It's Birdie's time to shine! Sure hope this goes okay. I will gladly handle this. Orders received.
There's not a question of can. Only a matter of leave this to me. There's not a question of can. Only a matter of will. Forward, march!
I will gladly handle this. Orders received.
There's not a question of can. Only a
Not good.
We're sitting ducks now.
capture this stronghold.
This'll be
Please
amazing!
let us take this place down! I need somewhere to hide! Let us bring this stronghold down efficiently.
My turn.
I'll claim the Emperor's head myself!
Stop me. I am Ferdinand von...
That enemy poses a nasty
will not be
threat.
caught off guard.
Dispatch her at once.
Are you sure?
Not a problem. I've got...
I'll get prepared!
Let's do this! Everyone to me! I will walk you to the Emperor's hiding place!
Well, that can't...
It's Bernie's time to shine!
Good. He's going to use magic to send in attackers.
Take this! I've got you now!
Bend the knee!
That takes care of the root. Which leaves us with the true problem at hand. We will not escape our clutches this time.
There is not a question of can. Only a matter... Leave this to me!
I will gladly handle this. Orders received.
They're really keeping the heat on. All right, time for another approach.
It's too close. We best stay on our guard.
Enough of this. It seems clear the enemy won't come out of hiding until I do.
That may be true, Your Majesty. But is it wise to place yourself in such peril?
Come on, do it!
That's a trap. Stay calm.
Warp magic. And now I find myself surrounded.
We have to help Her Majesty. Even she can't hold out against such numbers.
These aren't assassins. They're an army. This'll be a...
I am your man!
Never back down!
That should do for now.
Skies were meant to be secure. I am doubly certain you are a traitor in our midst.
It's brave of you to try and lure us out, but such courage will cost you your life.
Take a breather.
Thunder, Catherine. It seems Rhea is not playing around.
My lord, we stand ready to warp the Emperor back to the throne room upon your command.
You better help me, because if I die here, I'm gonna become a ghost and haunt you forever!
Leave my sight! I'll kill you all!
As you wish. Use the magic. A wise man is ever ready.
Nicely timed. Thank you, Minister Hevering.
You're taking a beating, Catherine. But don't worry, I've got your back. Should have known I'd come through this without you, partner. Now come on! Nobody can stop us if we fight together! Aren't you the Princess of Bridget? You serve the Empire?
I am serving Bridget, and Bridget is standing with the Empire.
You fight well. Fall back, Catherine. I'll take care of them. Fine. But you'd better be right behind me if things turn grim.
Die here!
Why do you hate me?
Even the two of us isn't enough.
Out of the way!
Stupid. If I try to run, they'll go after you, too.
The threat has been quelled, but we allowed them far too much leeway. The situation calls for careful reflection.
Still, you saved my life, which means my path for the future remains intact. Thank you.
Hubert, did you hear? My father has...
Vanished. Yes. We should have killed the dastard when we had the chance.
All I can say is that I wished my father to be tried fairly, as is his noble right. But now, it is clear that will never happen.
I could excoriate you further, but we lack the time. We must get to the bottom of this, and quickly. The Knights of Seiros descended on us with the fury I have rarely seen. In all that confusion, even a bear could have slipped away without raising an alarm.
I would not go so far as to call them conspirators, but my father had many old friends in the palace. Some may have turned a blind eye. They should be found and questioned.
I agree. That is one possibility. Though there is another. Yes, well, now that we have a fugitive on our hands, I intend to make full use of it. This situation affords us a chance to remedy another.
If that is the beginning of a scheme, Hubert, you do a terribly poor job of veiling it.
It is no concern of yours. Not yet, at any rate.
Right. Lovely. Well, so long as whatever you're planning has Edelgard's blessing and will be of aid to the Empire, I will brook no complaint.
All will be revealed in time.
Oh, you...
I will...
I'm told the secret passage they used was sealed off centuries ago.
Yes. The palace floor plans failed to even show it. I'm shocked the church knew of its existence.
In the age of Seros, the Empire and Church were intimately related. It's safe to assume the Central Church took pains to retain its information from the time.
I shudder to think what other inconvenient secrets they might be privy to.
Yes, well, based on the scale of the attack, they must have seen this as their first and only chance. Ah, there you are.
They said you wanted to talk?
Yes. I believe I owe you an apology.
Oh yeah? What for?
To be blunt, I thought you were with the enemy. I had you pegged for an informant, planted among us by those who slither in the dark. It was not an unreasonable assumption. You enter Her Majesty's life at the perfect time, allure her with your strength, and choose our house to study with. And oh, surprise! You have dark powers. It was all too much to dismiss as mere coincidence.
It was at Hubert's suggestion that I appointed you captain of our mercenary unit. He felt this would allow us to quietly assess your abilities and allegiances, and I agreed. I know I told you I did this because I believed in you and your strength, but the decision was somewhat more nuanced than that. I'm sorry.
The moment I got wind of this attack, I immediately thought of you. This is it, I thought. The traitor has sprung the trap, and now the Emperor's life is in danger. But instead, you thwarted the assassination attempt and kept Her Majesty safe. I was wrong about you. Deeply so. And for that, I am ashamed beyond measure. Pray forgive me.
You know, I thought it was weird how quick you both trusted me, but this is seriously too much. Surely there was a better way than this to test me.
Perhaps. But I believe we made the proper decision at the time, given the facts at our disposal. I was not about to hang my head and apologize until I was certain it was safe to take my eyes off you.
That said, we owe you more than a logical explanation. There must be some way we can make this up to you.
You can start by trusting me. Or, if that's not in the cards, have the decency to tell me you don't to my face. At least then I'll know where I stand.
I doubt doing so would have changed anything, but I understand the sentiment. We will attempt to be better going forward.
Be better? Really?
Hubert, why not just promise to be more forthright?
Because that might make me a liar. Let me speak plain. I no longer believe you to be working with the enemy. However, that does not necessarily mean the possibility is now non-existent.
Well, I guess I did ask for honesty. But look, Do you guys trust me or not?
Of course we trust you.
Or I do, at least. So please, let us begin this relationship anew on solid ground.
It is now 1182. The great war Edelgard instigated has swept across Fodlan and looks more grim with each passing day. The Empire struggles to hold Aryan Road to the west and the Great Bridge to the east. The kingdom cannot bring western lands to heal. Even the Alliance must face changing times. The Central Church sends the Knights of Seros to the imperial capital to assassinate the Emperor, but fails. Roughly half a year passes before the tides show any true sign of shifting. Scarlet Blaze. Shifting history. 5 months have passed since the attack on the Emperor, and 1182 nears a close. Though each army schemes, the battle maps barely change. But now, history is about to resume its course.
Today is a momentous day in Fodlan's history that people will mark for generations to come.
Then why do you look so conflicted?
I'm not conflicted, Claude. I'm just painfully aware of how much stronger I need to be. That's why I'm counting on you and the Alliance to make up the difference.
Hey, I've got feeling unprepared down to a science, so let's say we help each other out. If we work together, we can achieve what's best for both of us, right?
Indeed.
I have reviewed the terms, Your Majesty. All that remains is the placement of your seals.
Everything looks good to me. I'm especially glad we found a solution to the control of Murden.
You've done fine work here, Hubert. Thanks. And thanks to you as well, Holst. You know I'm not good at this sort of thing.
I've never known you to shy away from ceremonial affairs like this. But it is the most significant pact since the founding of the Leicester Alliance, so your caution was most prudent. I must admit, I was quite nervous. Thankfully, I managed not to follow it up.
You surely jest. You did your work masterfully, without batting an eye. I am truly impressed that Leicester's most valiant general is so well versed in diplomacy.
Don't be insulting, Hubert. Sir Holst is a duke. A man can be brave in battle and still know how to get things done. Take our Minister of Military Affairs, for example.
A man for whom the term looks can be deceiving was likely invented.
Speaking of Count Burgleys, where is he? I thought he'd be here so we could go head-to-head. We never did get to finish our battle.
I'm afraid the Count couldn't make it, but perhaps you'd consider my bodyguard instead? I'm certain you'll find the challenge to your liking. Is this your first time meeting, by the way?
It is. Well, friend, care to go around with me?
They say this Holst character is the strongest man in Leicester. But is he as strong as the Ashen Demon?
Yeah, I'll pass. The last thing we need is for someone to get hurt and drive a wedge in the day's proceedings.
The voice of reason for once.
Then let's hurry up and put a bow on this signing before anyone else decides to interrupt it.
Yes. All eyes are on us. We must make this a grand gesture and show our soldiers that Adrestia and Leicester have joined forces for a brighter future.
Well, let's get to it. As leader of all the lords and knights who sit at the round table of the Leicester Alliance, I, Claude von Regan, hereby swear this pact. Leicester pledges to work in harmony with the Adrestian Empire and do everything in its power to secure a peaceful future for Fodlan.
By the covenant between the red blood and the white sword that crowns the double-headed eagle, I, Edelgard von Hresfeld, hereby swear this pact. Adrestia pledges to work hand in hand with the Leicester Alliance to deliver peace to the land and secure a future for all its people.
The pact is sealed.
And now it is our job to uphold it.
Goodness, look how far you've risen. You're standing on the stage of history. I know you'll do great things. Yes, and greater things still.
Right then, we've got plenty of bright new faces here at the round table today. First, a brand new count ruling Gloucester.
Unfortunately, Lawrence was not able to leave Gloucester. He sends his apologies.
I called you here to give you notice. The Leicester Alliance is assenting to the Empire's request and sending troops to the Kingdom front. Houses Regan, Gloucester, and Daphne will be supplying most of the soldiers. And instead of the usual route through Aelel, we'll be invading Fraldarius directly by sea.
You're staying behind, right, host?
Indeed I am. Almyra is still an unknown quantity, and we've no idea if or when Prince Shahid might stage another attack. And the same goes for House Ordelia. They've had more than their share of troubles on their border. We agreed that shipping their army away might not be the most prudent of ideas.
And that's all she wrote. You'll find the details in the document you've all been given. I wish the kingdom would see they're between a rock named Adrestia and a hard place named Leicester and throw that white flag high, but of course they won't. So good luck, everyone. I'm counting on you.
And so, the Alliance has agreed to bring their troops to bear and attack the kingdom from the east. At the same time, we will resume our invasion from the west using Aryan Road as a foothold. We'll subjugate the kingdom's lords one by one as we work our way toward Blaidd.
News of the pact will doubtless have spread throughout the kingdom by now. Provided enough houses see the futility in fighting, we may be able to avoid unnecessary bloodshed. However, that is likely wishful thinking. We should instead expect the worst and prepare accordingly.
You think? Some of them already bent the knee to us once, along with Count Rowe. Wouldn't they jump at a chance to swap sides again?
An idea I am certain has already occurred to the king. Lately, we have been scrambling to reorganize, dealing with an attack by the Knights of Seiros and negotiating a pact with Leicester. And during that time, the winds of purgation have swept across Fargus. In one fell swoop, the king has expunged most of the nobles likely to align with us.
Still, it's us and the Alliance against him, which means we've got the advantage. What's there to worry about?
The concern isn't that we'll lose. It's that winning might come at the cost of too many lives. What an utterly pointless, senseless thing to do. Oh, I find it all so very draining.
Whatever our intent, we're the instigators here. We can't expect the enemy to do anything less than defend their land with tooth and claw.
Speak for yourself. If someone invaded my territory, I'd hand over lands and titles on a silver platter. especially if I had no chance of winning.
There is truly no other noble like you, Linhard. And perhaps no person at all for that matter. Regardless, we must proceed with caution. When people think someone is after what they possess, they respond with fear, even if the thought is all in their head. In the eyes of the people of Fargus, there is no limit to what evils the Empire might visit upon them.
My father started saying he can't sleep because he's scared the old church is coming to Garreg Mach to kill him. From the sound of my mother's letters, he's really shaken up.
Remember that the kingdom has much coldness. We must not forget to be bundling up like people of the snow.
Our Petra is always ready for what lies ahead.
I wish I had better understanding of your Fodlan ways, so I could be giving more assistance to everyone.
Don't worry about it, Petra. With all the different factions in this thing, even we have a hard time keeping it straight. This almost seems so backward compared to the way things were in Brigid.
In any case, the battles ahead will be more brutal than any we have yet fought. Keep a vigilant eye out for both yourselves and each other. That is all. Dismissed.
Guess things aren't gonna be so easy anymore. We're under some real pressure to win.